Civilians have taken it upon themselves to guard military recruitment centers across our state. That's following the shooting of 5 recruiters in Tennessee. About a dozen people displayed their weapons outside the Armed Forces Career Center in Burlington Wednesday.
American soldiers every day put their life on the line for this flag. This flag is freedom. The only real free country in the whole world. And we have a tragedy like we had today. Very good. I've been up here today. Here supporting this tragedy. Happening tragedy. And we're trying to bring awareness to the American people that freedom is not free. It comes at a cost. And our military is serving overseas now for freedom. We're one of the free countries in the whole world that has the freedoms that we have because we fought and died.
And you talked to another veteran yesterday who was out holding a flag,
Yes.
same reason. How important is it for us to be in that kind of play? Maybe not necessarily showing it this way, but showing it the other way to still love your country.
It's very, we have news programs like Fox News and Hannity and O'Reilly. They talk a lot, but they don't ever cause any action. You know, I just get tired of looking like, get tired of the bureaucrats and politicians. You know, they all talk with no action. They don't talk any action. Well, we're tired of no action. We're here today because we love this country. I got one just like that. I just bought it.
I wouldn't give you a hand salute, but I'm not perfect.
Just missing you too, they just left.
Did they?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
You're
Chris.
Chris, yeah, and this is Patrick. Yeah, thank you, Patrick. I called your number, I especially he called me back.
Yeah, my phone's real bad about it.
Yeah, thank y'all for coming, Patrick. Chris. Absolutely, thank you so much. I remember you supported barbecue, and I appreciate your support, man.
Yeah, not a problem. We might have a couple of
All the reservists and stuff in here, they've all been in here and they've been so appreciative. Everybody's been so positive. They've all come out and shook our hands and thanked us. We're going to try to start.
Carolina are under close watch by legally armed civilians. The show of support comes after the deadly shootings in Chattanooga last week. The Armed Services Career Center in Burlington had about a dozen people outside. Time Warner Cable News reporter Katie Husband explains how the community and police work together.
Guns outside a recruitment center isn't what anyone wants to see so close after the Chattanooga shooting.
We got a call about somebody sitting out in front of the recruitment center with a rifle leaning up against the chair.
Burlington police checked it out and found a peaceful scene. Luke Allen, a Vietnam War veteran, has his assault rifle around his chest, demonstrating support and, if needed, protection for the troops.
We're here to support our military and in honor of the 5 soldiers in Chattanooga.
But once we talked with these gentlemen and ladies and found out what their purpose was, and now we know what their purpose is, then we feel much more at ease about that.
Alamance County Open Carry members were there, among others, with rifles and pistols, but police still want to stay on top of it.
While they're here, we'll be keeping a check on them to make sure they're okay, and touching base periodically with the recruitment center and make sure nothing's out of whack. But you know, it appears that everything's fine.
These open carriers behind me have been out here all day, and they say the support from military personnel and drivers and pedestrians have been overwhelming.
Thank you for stopping. Thank you for your support. Everybody's been positive. We had so many positive people come. Even the recruiters have come out here and thanked us, shook our hands, and thanked us for being here. Everybody's rode by us, saluted us.
Because some say what happened in Chattanooga could have been avoided.
They go through a lot more training typically than what even our police forces do. And honestly, for them to carry a sidearm to be able to protect themselves, maybe that outcome in Chattanooga might have been a little bit different.
In Alamance County, Katie Husband, Time Warner Cable News.
The Alamance County Open Carry group plans to raise money for a Chattanooga Memorial Fund. They plan to make stops across North Carolina on the way to Tennessee to help raise money.
For them. So they fought for the right for me to be able to do what I'm doing right now, to open carry.
Members of the Alamance County Open Carry group stood assault rifles and handguns.
That group and others who gathered said that they were at the Burlington location to support the military after the shootings in Chattanooga, Tennessee last week. However, a military employee did exit the center while our crew was there and told the group that the center saw no walk-ins today while they were standing outside.
We have seen several instances like this all across the Southeast following last week's shootings.
Offices, volunteers stood in front of the military recruiting center in Burlington, joining a nationwide movement, arming themselves with pistols and AR-15 rifles.
But we'll stand up. I ain't gonna sit down and shut up for nobody.
Captain Jim Stinger with the Marines Recruiting Office had this to say: while we greatly appreciate the support of American public during this tragedy, we ask that citizens do not stand guard at our recruiting offices. Our continued public trust lies among our trained law enforcement and first responders for the safety of the communities where we live and work. In many cases, active planning and coordination has already occurred between our recruiting stations and law enforcement to ensure the safety of our recruiters. Guns out, and they say they're protecting those who fight for our freedom.
It is a national movement at recruiting centers that started after 5 military members were shot and killed last week in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Everyday people, some of them veterans, say they want to take security into their own hands, and now it's happening right here where we live.
WFMY News 2's Patrick Wright is live now in Burlington, where people have been standing guard there for hours now, Patrick.
Yeah, they've been here since lunchtime, and they say they plan to have a presence here for a while. Joe Allen and his father say the shootings in Chattanooga made them angry. They were frustrated to find out military recruiters cannot carry weapons inside of these buildings to protect themselves. So this group you see behind me is doing it for them.
These guys here sacrificed for us, and it's time for us to give back.
Guns in hand,
Got an AR-15.
standing their ground, standing up for our troops. These Alamance County residents say they're protecting the military recruiters inside the Armed Forces Career Center in Burlington.
We're letting them know that we've got their six, because they've stood vigil and they've sacrificed for this country, and it's time for us to give back to them.
The recruiters inside the building are not allowed to carry weapons, just like the 5 servicemen who were killed in Chattanooga. Joe Allen is co-founder of Alamance County Open Carry. He started the organization with his father, a Vietnam veteran.
It's time for our country to wake up and stand up and be proud of the country that we are and come together.
We're tired of no action. We're here today because we love this country.
Thank you. And they're getting a lot of support.
That's what we're here. Thank you, sir.
What they say,
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your service.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
they aren't doing it for the thank yous.
It's time for our country to stand together and be proud again.